coming, yeah, we coming right back. So act like you know we get it on and poppin' at the Shani Show. You can talk to Shani anytime. It doesn't matter day or night. Shani, we're giving you light and love. We're coming on without a doubt. There's nothing you can talk about with Shani. Welcome to another episode, the first episode of December, our second to the last show of the year, I might add, because we tired. I told you that last week. We went nonstop. I think we did, how many Mondays is in a year? Is it 356?
Oh, 52.
Oh, boom.
How many days are in the year? Oh, Lord, don't add no more Mondays.
Yo! This is why I shouldn't go live. This is why people pre-record stuff. Because I sound
and you gave us 4 extra days in the year, too.
Really? Yo, this is why I need a break. Oh, yo, scratched. Now I can't even tell you where I went to college because they gonna be like, "That's what they produced."
We didn't produce that.
We didn't do that.
That's funny.
52.
The Sharing with Shani 52 Mondays. I believe we did at least 40. I feel it in my spirit. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I think we did 40 Mondays, Mika. Maybe 45.
Something
I know I'm tired. I cannot wait. Like I'm like, ooh, what am I going to do on the 20th?
Rest.
Yes.
Right.
Watch a movie.
Nothing. Just stare at the back of my eyelid.
156. The Sharing with Shani Show highlights ordinary people working for an extraordinary God. We air every Monday night live. Check the reference in Ephesians. That's what the rap said. So I just wanted to repeat that. That's what we stand for. And I'm excited. Kezia is here. She's gonna drop some knowledge and some like real Black girl magic. It's gonna be fun. Mika.
Kezia.
And
go
Mika,
back like.
Are those personality glasses?
That's a fire.
These are blue light blockers.
Oh. Nice.
Yeah, I like to have my eyesight as long as I possibly can. A little blurriness. And the right one, I was like, oh no, because I had LASIK back in 2007.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got to stress that investment. Yeah, yep.
My girlfriend had LASIK.
Yeah.
And she says that, what did she say? She said that after like 10 years, she felt like she needed to redo it.
Probably, but I'm determined to keep it where it is with a good diet.
Okay. She said that. Oh, sorry.
Feedback. What you doing over there?
It is feedback because I have to use my phone
for the comments.
So, and I thought I had turned off.
Straight bootstrappers.
Listen, I don't have a Norman.
It's okay. We're gonna get us one.
I don't have a Norman. I don't have I don't even know any of the talk shows that have like side.
A Twitch. No.
I don't have a Twitch because we already talked about I don't have rhythm. Talked about that last week.
We did.
What happened?
Oh,
I didn't get that. I wasn't blessed with that because I don't have. I don't have it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do hair.
She be on the inside beat.
You be clapping on 1 and 3?
On the 1 and 3.
Well, I have clapped on a 1 and 3, but that was years ago.
You know what I wanted to ask you? Like I had a follow-up question because I was watching something and I thought about you. Like if you are on the rhythm,
yes,
and they change up that beat, does it throw you off?
Yes.
Yes.
It was the delay for me. It was the delay. She was like,
She was like, I
No,
will not incriminate myself.
this is going to be like the best show ever. No offense to anybody that's ever been on the show, but I just have to say, and I'm so serious because I'm all about giving people their flowers while they're here, right? Like, and you would be in that writer's room too, Mika. Like, seriously, Kezia is so funny that if I ever did a comedy, which I will do one day,
okay.
like, you would be the head writer, yo.
I just be talking and people be laughing.
It's hilarious. You are funny. And we need that right now. I know I need it. So Mika, how was your week?
Oh my God. All I gotta say is I knew exactly what my whisper was gonna be today. You know, usually I don't until you ask me and I'd be like, oh, there it is.
Right.
This time I was like, yep, that right there. It has been, all I gotta say is I just need 2020 to be over. I don't know where else to go with that. I'm a very optimistic person, and I usually don't lose my laugh or my joy. I do need to, I'm hoping, you know, the manifestation is alive in 2021.
It's gotta be.
I want to smack everybody. I want to pluck everybody. Just shut up. Leave me alone. Get out of my face. Exactly. That right there. And everybody is getting stank face.
You ever got the car slap?
The car slap? What's that?
When like you're like around 13, 14 and you know your body feels like a woman, but your mother reminds you that you're still a child. And you say something as though you weren't in the car. And next thing you know, like your head might have hit the window and like ricocheted.
It's like,
but the car never went
the car didn't
off
jerk.
the road.
No, it wasn't the car.
Never went off the road.
I'm not sure if I ever got one of those.
Yeah, I did.
The fact that I can still taste things is the grace of God. Because
y'all sound like y'all was bad.
I wasn't bad. I was an angel. Mostly.
Okay.
And maybe that day I felt my help or something, but boy, it stings different when it's you just like the palm and like a few fingers.
Right.
And it comes like pow, just and you just sitting there stuck like
right.
Am I still alive?
Right. Let me check my own pulse. Okay.
Yeah. No, I have had one of those, just not in the car though. Just not in the car.
Yeah. And then like one time
I don't think I was that bold. I kind of always feared we would go off the road. Tracy is a gangster. I don't know.
I was a sitcom. Like I watched a lot of TV as a child.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
And it was the season finale of Give Me a Break. And I had
Nell Carter.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Yes. And I needed to see it because it was a season finale. And it wasn't gonna come on all summer. But I had choir rehearsal that day.
I already know where this is going.
And my grandfather was in the senior choir. So I would go home with him, but I'd have to wait until senior choir was over at 9. I never had a problem with waiting until this particular Thursday. And I called my mother and said, can you come pick me up? Because I want to come home. I don't want to wait. She says, no, you'll wait for your grandfather. And she was in mid-sentence and I said, click.
Just one moment.
Listen, what I tell you, hey, she came up to that church, yo. And I was so excited. when I saw her, I didn't
Wait, you had the nerve to be excited?
because listen, I just said it was 356 days.
You did.
In Mondays. So I really wasn't thinking, Mika. I was not thinking.
I get it now.
And so she came through that vestibule and I saw her and I was like, oh, I get to go home.
Yeah, you going home, all right.
Yeah,
right.
And I realized maybe halfway home that because it was so silent. This don't feel right.
The tension is thick in this vehicle.
Right. And we got home. I got home Give Me a Break came on at 8:30, right after Family Ties. And I went to turn, we got home at 8:32. She said, oh, you're not watching TV? What? Matter of fact, I didn't watch TV that whole summer.
Oh, dang. Got to be more careful.
Yeah. Patricia was gangster. She was gangster with her dad.
Whole summer.
She said, you don't hang up in no more faces.
Right. Hang up. Sure. Hang up the phone. And
that is just...
So when it was done to me the first time as a parent, I thought I lost my mind.
You want to know what I did the first time I hung up on my mama?
What?
So the way I see it is when it had happened, I had a minor lapse in judgment and probably like consciousness and psychosis.
Okay.
Something had happened in that brief moment when I hung up. But I got it back real quick because what I did was like I called my mom right back and was like, I dropped the phone.
Okay, so you fixed
And when I was picking it up is when I hung up on it.
Hung up because it's back with the flip phones.
Really?
Probably something like that. But
very easier to hang up.
I was very convincing and thanking Jesus and asking for forgiveness all at the same time. Thank you, God, you believe my lie. Please forgive me for the lie, but please don't let this woman beat me today. I didn't mean to do it. I don't know what happened. Mommy, I'm sorry. I dropped the phone because I was walking when you was talking to me and it fell. And when I went to pick it up, I hung up by accident. That's why I called right back. That's why I called right back. Because I didn't want you to think that I was going to be disrespectful. You didn't raise me that way.
That's not how you did. That's not how you did me.
She was quiet. And then she was just like, I was nervous. Until 5:30 p.m. I had to fill her out when she got home.
Hey, Mom, when she walked in the door.
And I had dinner made and her room was clean and my sister's homework was done and I think I ironed all my clothes for the rest of the month. And she talked to me about 9:30 that night. And I was okay. I was okay. Well, I never did it again.
As for me and myself, to this day, I have never hung up on my mom. There have been times, numerous times, where I wanted to hang up, but although God has not given us the spirit of fear, my mama has. So so I have a healthy fear of God, and right next to God is my mama.
I mean, that's black mamas, ain't it though? Yeah.
This is good because I was missing my mom today, honestly. Good to laugh about our mothers. Mika.
Yeah.
Let's recap before we get into the wellness for this week.
Okay.
Which was?
So last week I asked, how do you include yourself in the holidays?
I don't know. I haven't really figured that out.
I'ma just impose. Here I is, I'm not asking permission this year. Just do what I need to do.
I
for
love that.
me, and everybody else can deal with it.
Mm.
That's it. It's that simple.
I have a friend that has decided to, it like really on those lines, right? And I don't think she'll be upset for me telling her business because I'm not going to tell her her name. But like she used to feel, this obligation to buy for, extended family, right? Do all these things, right? Have this big gathering, and she's like, she said this was the first, maybe like one of the first years. She was like, I'm just about finished with Christmas shopping, and I'm so excited because I I bought for people that I wanted to buy for, right? She opts out of work stuff if it's not filling her soul. Like she like, I haven't done Secret Santa at my job in 7 years. Yo, when I heard that, like I felt like because I've always felt like obligated to do things because it was, and I was like, there's freedom in that. There's freedom in the no.
You don't want to be the difficult Black woman, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Team player.
It's the whole thing.
Yeah, it's a big deal. That, yes.
Yeah, no. It's okay.
It really is.
It is.
I think that for me, so I look at this holiday, Christmas, as it's a whole different thing for me personally. I do not give to receive. I give because I believe that is one of my love languages. And I get total joy being able to express my love in that way. And as we discussed, I'm a really good gift giver. And so the looks, on my loved ones' faces, honestly, like all jokes aside, I feel good about that because it's an extension of my love and my care for you. I give randomly. This year I sent out a few packages to people that I've probably only spoken to in 3 times this year because it was on my spirit that they might need a little extra love. And now what we ain't gonna do is worry, right? Christmas is not the time to worry. It's a time of peace and joy, and it really is the most wonderful time of the year, even in the pandemic. I don't care what nobody says. I'm like Elf, you sit on a throne of lies and you think you gonna mess up my Christmas in 2020. That's all I got to say, right? Listen, devil.
Like, I just don't understand how you wouldn't get wrapped up in like the commercials and everything.
It's never been a thing. It's never really been a thing. We Christmas is also a day of service. I don't know what it's gonna look like this year, because things are shut down, but we usually serve.
Right.
And my husband is bothering me. I'm on a show. Stop texting me.
All right. Oh, that's the dinging?
That's the ding.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was somebody in my house because they just don't give two. They don't care.
Hold on. Okay. I thought I was on Do Not Disturb, but I'm not. There we go. Fixed it. I got oxtails cooking on the stove for him. And
yes,
water. Just
yes, oxtails.
Yeah, don't disturb them. Anyway, no, I don't get caught up in the commercials or anything like that. This has always been a time for family and has always been a time for giving. Ever since I became a mother, I made sure that I expressed that. I mean, ain't that why Christ came?
This was going.
My throat.
Okay.
So I really do take the time to make sure I am enmeshed in what the true spirit of this Christmas holiday is. And I don't worry. Like I tell everybody, please be quiet or leave. You won't disturb my joy. you're not gonna do it. But I have fun. And so I'm gonna share this because nobody asked. This theme is Black luxury, and I can't wait to share my pictures. So it's all Black Christmas, and Halo and I are going to make our own ornaments. And so we have shades of black, and gold. And when you think about luxury, what that means, so it's furs, it's sequins, it's leather, you know, it's silk. Yeah, we got all that going on. And because I have a fireplace, I'm gonna decorate the hearth this year, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Like, I can't wait. I really can't wait. I'm super excited.
When are you gonna do that? You have 18
This
days.
weekend and next
Okay.
weekend. Yes, it's gonna be done.
Good.
So do you have, okay, because you know I'm in a 1-bedroom that sleeps 10. So do you
I was just trying to do the math real quick. That's okay.
It's okay.
Basically, it means it's a lot of us in here,
Mm-hmm.
and we all have no room. But I'm seeing this phenomenon of multiple Christmas trees.
Yeah.
So when I have my, you know, my 5-bedroom, and you know, I just want at least 2 bathrooms. Am I gonna have
small,
to do
Shani?
that?
Don't think small. Don't think small. Don't think small.
I want 3. I put 3 on my board.
All right, then that's what we need to be speaking. 3.
Right. So, but my question, so I'm gonna have to have multiple trees because
You
You don't have to. It's
people have like 4 and 5 trees in their.
Who cares? I'm so serious. Like, who cares? Who are they?
Mika, how many trees do you have?
1
and
a half.
1 and a half.
Little one. Yeah. I got a little one. It's not up yet, but it's going to be in my office down here because, you know, it invokes Christmas joy. So I get to turn around. Like my basement. One great thing about my house is we have windows. That's also the bad thing about my house because we have no wall space and no closet space because every freaking wall has a window. But my basement office is not dreary because I have 2 windows in it. That's a blessing. But I have no view. It's my backyard and then the neighbor's yard. And so I'm going to decorate my office as if it were a corporate office because I believe you should name it and claim it.
Because you're gonna have a corporate office.
I am my own corporate office.
Yes.
By the way.
Come on, my own.
Put it.
Yes.
Put it
On my own.
Yes.
Your own. Yes.
My own. Yes, ma'am. Yep.
Put it in the door. I can see the door. I saw it.
Yeah. So 1.5 Christmas trees, and I'll let Halo decorate that one because I have control issues. The big one's mine.
Are you a perfectionist when it comes to decorating? Like it has to go.
I don't like
that bulb
word.
does not go there.
I have a vision. I'm a visionary.
I love it. I'm a visionary.
I'm a visionary, and if it's
That's
not in line with the vision, I
that's
tend
not-
to start itching, and you know, I will let her decorate.
I didn't plan for this.
I know me. That's all I can say is I know me. I work on me. I'm fully comfortable with me. Everybody else just got to figure out if they want to deal with it or not. You
Listen,
know,
I love it.
Halo figured it out. She figured it out.
Yeah.
She'll have like, so before the half tree, she had her side of the tree. And it was the side that only we saw in the Archer household. It couldn't be the side that was facing the window for the passerbys to see. It was the side on the inside of the house.
Really?
It didn't make her no never mind. So, you know, it's a win-win. I have an easy child. I'm thankful for that. Yes.
Okay. So what's our whisper for this week?
Yeah, the whisper is, you know, we like questions. So we're getting to the end of the year, and you know, I feel like just when we thought we were getting over it, we go right back to what? Almost stage 1. of COVID. And it's all good. It really is all good. I don't think there's anything to fear because we've been here before, however many months ago. I don't know why people all up in arms about it. It's like, bruh, we just got through it. So do it right this time and let's pray that that's the end of it. I'm not worried about it. I'm probably more irritated about it because I've always been the individual that didn't understand how people cannot follow simple directions. It is flabbergasting. I don't get it. You know, like even in school, I used to just be like, all he said was sit down and write your name on the paper. You ain't do neither one of those. Why are you confused?
You were one of them.
I was. And then why are you upset when he sent you to detention? Because you didn't follow instructions.
What he told you to do.
Not one thing. You're standing and you're not even holding the piece of paper. You have no clue where we are in this lesson right now. And then you want to bug me and ask me for my notes. And Tamika, what'd he say? I don't know. Figure it out.
But anyway, my educational journey.
Yeah, exactly. I digress. They bother my educational journey. Like, you know, yeah, I was seeing impaired and I'm hearing impaired. Do not disturb me. I can't hear you and the teacher at the same time. Mm-hmm. And if I don't bring home straight A's and B's, you know, Tracy got questions and her questions usually come with
a weapon.
Just thank you, Kezia, for filling that in. You know? So, as we get through the end of this year, you know, with the I'm always gonna have hope. So with the prayers and the hopes of 2021 not being the same way, but better, right? But better. I really don't know what the Creator has in store. I just be like, God, if you hear me and you love me, can I have some mercy? Can I get one tropical getaway? Just the one. 4-day trip. And then I'll store all of that inside to get me through 2020. It's like vitamin D. It's like storing the sun, you know, throughout the summer so it can use it in the winter. That one tropical trip, I think I'll be good for the rest of the year. But the question is, can you push through? That is the whisper. Can you push through? Don't give up. That's the whisper.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. It came from a place that's like my testimony.
I think it's been hard. It has definitely been hard. And then the amount of loss that we've experienced, it's been hard when a public service announcement has a curse word in it.
Which public service?
Fill me in.
Maryland's governor
has
a PSA, and I saw it today, and at the end, it's all about the COVID and how we're going backwards. Mm-hmm. And at the end, he says, "Just wear a damn mask."
Yeah.
He tired. Larry is tired.
That part.
Larry said, "Listen, I'm tired. Like I'm talking to adults here."
Oh, Larry is sick of y'all.
He is really tired.
I'm with him.
Where?
He said it. If I'm like, if you're watching and you're from Maryland, can y'all co-sign? If y'all saw that daggone PSA or heard it on the radio, concur with me because it is hilarious.
That's hilarious.
It don't make no sense.
It doesn't.
A bunch of grown people.
Grown-ups.
Got the governor cussing on, well, damn, it's not a really big curse word, but still, you don't hear that.
Say it in front of your grandmama.
No.
That's the test. That's the test.
I would not, but Larry did. Because
Larry did. Larry might say it in front of his grandmama. But I won't. Not my black grandmama. I'm just saying. not allowed. But I the sentiments are real and shared.
Adina said Hogan is tired of folks.
Yeah, he's
Yes, and
tired.
yes,
Thanks,
he's
Adina, for
absolutely right.
watching. Thanks, Vicky, for watching. Princess, thank you for watching. I can't do her last name. I apologize.
Oh,
Heather
that's Frenchie.
Frenchie. That is Frenchie. See,
Mm-hmm.
with a Y. She took the E and made it a
No,
Y.
it's
I get it.
it's a why.
Your folks, your people.
Yeah.
Thank you all for watching. So, Kezia,
Hey.
I'm going to introduce you. I probably should be introducing the guests before we get to the 33-minute mark.
Probably.
I mean, we've been talking, we've been kicking it.
Duly noted for 2021. Because the guest never talks during this segment. Do they, Mika? They usually don't. They just be sitting there.
Sometimes some of them have, and I
but
think
not a lot.
yeah, I think I could be more hospitable, right? I can invite them into the conversation. I'm not selfish. You know what I'm saying? Like I can share.
Right. And it's not like I don't tell them not to talk.
Yeah. I think it's a respect thing. Like I don't interrupt them unless I have questions. And that's not an interruption, it's engagement.
I think for 2021, look, we having a daggone production meeting on live. Never mind. We'll talk about it later. But I think for 2021, we'll do it this way. Kezia, I met you I knew of you like 3 years ago. I was doing this. I can't even remember what it's called, but it was, we were talking about millennials and why millennials weren't in church. And I was working with Jermaine Boyd. And she was like, I got this dope spoken word artist.
Yeah.
And you were supposed to come, you were going to be our headliner, and then you got sick.
Yeah.
And you couldn't come. And then, as the Holy Spirit would have it, I knew another person that knew you. And so then you came and you did Good News Sunday.
Yeah.
At my church. Yeah. And I don't want to get the name wrong, but beautiful smile. Datisha, Miss Kane brought you in. Yeah. Right? And I'm like, we know all these people. And then we had the Black Writers Collective, and we had Paella together, and you were hilarious, and it was fun. And so I was like, who can come on toward the end of the year and give us some wisdom and Black girl magic and do a poem and do all of this stuff? And you said yes, and I was so excited. So thank you for coming. So tell us a little bit about yourself in your own words.
A little bit about myself. Hi. I'm Kezia, originally from Memphis, Tennessee. I've been in Maryland since 2012. Done a lot of, I feel like career-wise, a lot of child advocacy and youth advocacy stuff in regard to trauma survivors, mental health, the mental health population, displaced youth, just in a lot of different ways. In a way, I was an organizer and kind of community person for a few agencies in Baltimore City and county, and deeper into Maryland. Now I am freelancer, entrepreneur, whatever you want to call it, all the things. And I do a lot of different things. I have an apparel line, and I do writing coaching. I've been writing. I guess I should mention that part. So I've been writing since I was a kid, since I was 7. And writing was my way of just getting my thoughts out. That was my expression. And the first thing I wrote just happened to rhyme. It's because I thought like that's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to rhyme. And that's just been my way ever since. I've been doing spoken word for 15 years.
Wow.
I've come out so far with 3 spoken word projects and a couple of books. I was host of Busboys, their open mic on third Mondays at the Busboys location down by um, Northwest, down by Catholic University. Uh, and definitely been done workshops and mentoring, and currently do coaching, writing coaching. So wherever you are in your writing process, whether you're writing a book, whether you want to get back into it, writing period, whether you are exploring poetry, or whatever, I can assist you on that journey and provide some tools and resources and mentorship to get you on your way. Had some great experiences with the people that I've worked with thus far. So it's something I really enjoy doing. And it's one-on-one. We do it over Zoom or Google Meets, whatever your preference. And it's a good time. Um, so there's that. And, got some things cooking in the pot.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love cooking in the pot. With the
Same.
writing, does it have to be, can it be fiction, nonfiction? Do you have a preference?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It could be both.
No, I don't have a preference at all. I mean, I'm oh, did it freeze?
No, I don't think so.
No. Oh, okay. No, I don't have a preference. There's no preference at all. I've worked with people who are writing nonfiction books. Some people are writing autobiographies. Some writing poetry books. Some writing fiction. So yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot. And when I tell you, what really prompted me is, after the killing of George Floyd, you came and you wrote that poem,
Mm-hmm.
and you just spoke to what all of us were feeling,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, and you have this way of putting my heart on paper, right?
Totally.
And then it makes you think, right? Like, and I think that thing got, like, it went over 1,000 views, and like shared, like everybody was sharing it.
Yeah, I think it ended up with like 16, 17,000 views.
Yes,
I was like,
because
wait,
we were,
what?
yes, because we you get to a place where we have been, I saw a meme after like one of the last school shootings, and about how, the biggest problem with, like, mass destruction is it becomes normalized. So it becomes like this everyday thing, right?
Mhm.
And it's the same with, Black and brown bodies getting murdered,
Mhm.
right? We become desensitized to it. And so we're numb when it happens again. And it just, and your words were like, this is exactly how I feel. And I think that's why it just resonated with so many people.
Wow. That's
So how
and
did
that
where do you get that from?
I was I don't know if you could tell from the video, but I was physically tired.
Yeah.
My sleep had been a mess. I was on edge, just so angry. And I think sometimes believers struggle with how to have righteous anger, how to use it, like
Mm.
how to utilize it, because anger is the enemy. Honestly, the way we're taught, it's the enemy. You're not, oh no, because the Bible says, "Be angry and sin not." Well, no one's talking about sinning.
Right.
I'm just mad,
Right.
and anger it's an emotion. You're gonna feel it, but typically anger is, and not to get too, you know,
No, you can get
stay on
whatever.
task.
No,
No,
you
I'm
can
just
get
saying,
whatever.
anger is like a secondary. It's a resulting thing, so it comes from somewhere. So it comes from disappointment or sadness, or it doesn't. You just don't get angry. You become angry, right? And so a lot of times we don't really know how to navigate anger and know like what to do with it, and so it can be the right way, so that we can stay in the will of God. But also, I'm mad, and something needs to be done about it, especially in times when especially in times when we feel like our hands are tied, we feel like there's nothing we can actually do. uh, that type of anger is deep seated, and unfortunately our parents, our grandparents, our great grandparents on back, we're descendants of slaves. They felt the same anger. They had the same kind of anger. And so you get that passed down anger, and then you get this current, this stuff is still going on right in front of our face anger. And it's just, and we don't necessarily know how to navigate it or know what to do with it. And I think that's where we kind of get caught up.
Doctor, so, Dr. Mika, how we break it down? How do we, like, because that's so true. Like, but how do we process that? Like,
processing it. I think first of all, it starts with the acknowledgement. A lot of us are taught not to be angry. It's a bad thing when we're angry, especially when you have this skin color. And so we want to avoid it. We want to call it something else. We want to downplay it. And it wasn't until I was a full-blown adult, the very first time I admitted I was angry. And being able to admit that I was angry, there was like a pause, and it was like, whoa, that felt good just to even say that. We need safe spaces, right? We need more safe spaces. That is the whole reason why I went into this field, was to create safe spaces for people that look like me to be able to express their true feelings, because we really are not allowed to do that. So it begins with acknowledging that you are angry, and then accepting that that is totally okay. And then, because I like questions, I ask, now what do you want to do?
Right.
What do you want to see happen? Because I'm also not one of those people that's going to sit here and bombard you with a bunch of problems. Okay, so you got that off your chest. What's the next move?
Right.
You're going to sit in your anger and let it overcome you, or are you going to work it out?
Right.
Yeah. And I think, from a community organizing standpoint, like I love the anger that causes us to do something about it. Right. Like if it's like in terms of like in the case that I was just bringing up, like, what are we going to do about this? How can I be an agent of change? We're speaking live with Kezia and Mika Fresh. Drop your comment or question in the comments on Facebook Live. And I'm so proud of myself. This is the first time I did not say press 1.
Good job, Shani.
Press 1 on your phone now. I keep forgetting we're not on the phone. Drop your question or comment in the comment section on Facebook Live. We'll get to it. But I definitely feel like, and especially for kids, right? Because we were talking about this last week about, kids aren't supposed to be mad, right? Like, we're like, what you mean you mad, right? What you mean you had a bad day, right? I was saying last week that I was always, if I had a quote attitude or a bad day, it was always, the response was always, you don't have no bills in your name.
Right. What you got to be mad about?
What you got to be mad about? Right. So I equated being mad with paying bills. So I didn't pay them.
That's why I refused to pay them, because I wasn't going to be.
I wasn't going to be mad, though, right? But like, I think it's so important that to be like, if you're mad, I like that question. What are you going to do about it? Because it now it's like, oh, what am I going to do about it? It causes you to pause.
My stepdad used to say, so what? Ooh. Right. And that used to really irritate me. And so one day I asked him, I was like, you asked me to share and like be open and transparent. And then when I am, you dismiss me by saying, so what? But he didn't really mean it like it really was a question. So what? Now what? Right? So he flipped it for me. He was like, no, I'm not trying to dismiss you unless you're telling me you're mad or you're angry. Okay, now what? And so, at 8 years old, that is when I started to think about emotions. Emotions are real things,
Mhm.
right? They exist. And they can be deceiving though. Like our feelings can be deceiving. They really, really can. Let's just be completely honest about it. So I never want to be led by my emotions. I never want to, I don't want to be just flipped around the world with my emotions dragging me in tow.
Mhm.
I'm a human, I'm a spirit, and those things are living together. They gotta they coexist. And so, the human side has some strong feelings, and I have big feelings. I always said that ever since I was a young child, very big feelings.
Mhm.
And it is very important that we acknowledge them.
Mhm.
I don't think a lot of parents can facilitate that type of conversation, typically because they're not in a place where they've been facilitating that type of conversation for themselves. They don't know
Right.
what to do with their own
They
emotions.
got their feelings too, right?
So you want me to do something with yours too? I don't have that in me. I have no clue what to do with that. And then we got all them other things tied in, pride and ego and everything else. And so if the emotions are tied to you, now what? Parents, we take on a lot of accountability and responsibility, and we are really hard on ourselves. I know I am. I'm really hard on myself. I had to tell myself the other day that I'm not a bad mother because my child didn't do what I asked her to do. What the heck is that?
Yeah.
She just ain't do it.
You just
Right.
did.
They ain't got
And
nothing to
somebody said to me,
do.
well, what type of mother are you? And I remember taking this real long, deep breath, like, okay, okay. I know what type of person I am right now that you
Right.
saying that. However, comma, the type
However.
of mother I am
Not the
is
however comma. It was the however comma for me.
it had to be, I had to tell myself, first of all, I got to give myself grace, right?
Mhm.
I don't always do what I'm asked to do or told to do. And it's never with ill intentions. You know what I mean? Like, I don't ever intend to disobey God just like a flagrant foul,
Mhm.
Sometimes I realize that I'm caught up in myself. I'm caught up in myself, whatever it might be. Once I come back to the recognition of who I am and whose I am, I'm like, oh, all right, forgive me for that. My child is 6. She's 6.
She's 6.
Who knows why she didn't do what I asked her to do? But I will in no way, shape, or form allow that to, that's not my measurement of the type of mother I am.
Right.
So, and understanding the shortcomings and, the flaws of parenthood, I completely understand that if I'm not in any space to facilitate healthy conversations with my child about her feelings, excuse me, about my own feelings, then I'm not in that space to deal with my child.
Right.
And it's not any type of ill intention, but it's a sacrifice, and it takes intention. We really do need to be more intentional because our children are human beings that are here, they're present, right? And they require um some big love, some big attention, some, just it's like a seed. I'm a gardener, so from the moment I have that seed in my hand until I'm harvesting, there's a lot that took place, in that continuum. I didn't just put it in the ground and was just like, all right, see you in a couple weeks, see you in a few months.
Right.
I was nourishing it, I was watering it, I was fertilizing it, I was pruning things away from it. I'm plucking out beetles and everything else, and putting down eggshells to keep the stanko slugs and snails away. Like, I'm protecting my seed so that it can do what it's supposed to do. And
That'll
that's how I
preach.
feel about my child.
That'll
I'm
preach.
going to protect her and nourish her and feed her so that she can do what she came on this earth to do. Her name is Halo for a reason.
Hello.
Her name is Halo for a reason. And so with that, I realized that there has to be less of me. And that's how I go about parenthood. I remember that there were times when I was a child and I felt like my mom didn't care about my feelings. And as I got older, I had those conversations and she just, that's how I grew up. Kids don't have feelings.
Right.
Well, I did.
Right.
So let's talk about that, so the next generation doesn't have to carry that burden of feeling like there's no place for them.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Kezia, where did so talk about native tongue?
So native tongue, just
impress who you want.
Impress who
for what?
I love it.
I need to go to bed.
Make you a smoothie tomorrow, Shani.
Impress who you want. That might be.
It's all good.
This is
she said she was tired, right?
She did.
I did. I gave the disclaimer.
Yeah.
Look, let me take my glasses off because I can't even. I'm not supposed to read with these.
Well, what you?
She said it's too much taking them off and on, off and on.
Right. I can't so.
I like it. I like it. Impress who for what? That was.
Yes.
Like the motto of
how did native tongue come about?
So native tongue has actually been in the work for a couple of years. Actually, I didn't launch it until August of this year.
Everybody launches stuff during a pandemic. I need to high five people because they're like, forget a state of emergency, forget a global pandemic. We about to start these businesses. We can't
t-shirts.
We can't rely on this 1,200 stimulus that we never gonna get again. We can't rely on that. Come on now. Yes. It's been in the works, but you said
August. Been in the works for 2 years. And I just honestly, if I'm being honest, like I did not have the courage to release it before I did. Shoot, I barely had the courage to release it when I did.
What made you though?
Sound like you stepped out on faith.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. I ran I got everything together because there's a lot of I think what some people miss is that when you start something like this or any business, there's so much back end work. That people never see. They don't know what it takes for this stuff to function. So they just see the products. They see the finished product, but they don't know what the back end looks like. And so I did step out on faith. I was so nervous. Like the day of launched August 7th. Oh, today is 4-month anniversary.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Seven.
And so the day of, I don't even want to say a nervous wreck, but because that's too light. That's too light. I was in shambles. Okay. All the anxiety that I already had was tenfold. All right. And it was like, well, we got to do it. I let people, a few people that I trusted, see the designs and see what I was trying to do, see the prices, let them order stuff to see how the process will go, all that. And all that went off without a hitch. And my first day, people really supported and bought shirts and stuff, and just maintaining that momentum and getting, increasing the visibility of the brand and what we're trying to do, providing excellent customer service is a huge, huge, huge thing for me. And a quality product. And so I'm glad that I'm able to have fun with it. I genuinely enjoy it, and I enjoy interacting with people, with customers and stuff. And so it's been a journey. I know it's pretty short right now, but it's been a journey even still in these last 4 months. And yeah, Native Tongue is NTV. The website is NTV tng.co. And that's got all the shirts that are up so far. And we working. It's going well. And I'm grateful.
Can you say the site again? NTV.
ntvtng.co.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Shani, you putting that in the comments?
Yeah.
All right.
So it is definitely, I won't even call it, it's not even a passion project. It's like the interesting thing about it is spoken word and poetry is essentially fueling just about everything I'm doing right now. With the writing coaching, of course, just I'm able to kind of bring my experience to the table and help people who are getting started or need an extra boost or whatever, wherever they are in their journey. With Native Tongue, my business mentor was like, so basically Kezia's words on shirts. And I was like, I mean, yeah. You know,
Like, why
it's
not?
like $1 billion. That's $1 billion. I'm like, okay. So, but these are words that I grew into the courage to express.
Yes.
I
love that. Say that. Can you say that again? You grew into the courage.
I grew into the courage to express. Courage did not come naturally to me. Very like growing up, and actually the poem I'm going to do is surrounding self-esteem, but very low self-esteem, did not have a lot of confidence in myself for what I was able to do. Even now, my friends still hit me in the back of my head like, duh. And I'm just like, nah, but see, I don't have the proper credentials, imposter syndrome, whatever, all the things. And so all of, spoken word and poetry, which has been my vehicle for healing, honestly, for myself and thankfully for others as well, has also been a catalyst for the things that I'm doing now.
I love this. It's the be safe, holding space for you. Text me when you're home. I love you for me. I love that.
Yeah.
That's one of the shirts. That's what one of the shirts says. Okay, well, I know where I'm Christmas shopping at.
Well, we do have a holiday sale. It's 10% off clothes.
That's right.
Plus, you can do Afterpay.
You better put in that plug.
Wow, you better work with the Afterpay option.
I know that's right.
I'm trying to make it available.
That's it. I need to. Yes. I love
Afterpay is saving lives.
Let me tell you, it's being a very Merry Christmas because Afterpay. Yeah.
Have a very Merry Christmas. What's your favorite Christmas song?
Ooh, it's a good question. I'm gonna tell you. Can I tell you what I've been stuck on for the last 2 years? Because I just discovered it 2 years ago.
Sure.
The Braxton's Family Christmas CD. I don't know if y'all know it, but I love me some Tony.
Yes.
Watching the show. Tony told me it was okay that I had a deep voice when I sung and I didn't sound like them other sopranos, because sometimes like in Black churches, they might make you feel like you're a little choir singer if you're not a soprano.
I was always an alto in
Warsaw. Yeah, I mean, we got the soul, we got the melody and the attitude. Yes.
Thank you.
And we always have the line, like when they start, remember when I was talking, when the drums go off, when music stops playing?
Yes.
The altos.
Yes.
That keeps it all together.
Thank you.
Because we're the harmony. We're the harmony.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So, Tony told me that it was okay that I had the deeper side. And I probably ain't had no business listening to her in the 5th grade, but it's all good. It's all good. Anyway, stuck on the Braxton's Family Christmas album. And Mary, Did You Know is my favorite song right now.
Did you know?
It has been for the last 2 years. And I would say runner up is probably This Christmas.
Everybody's favorite. Okay, which
I mean, just as soon as it come on, like you,
yes.
like who can't
Okay,
be happy
so
with that?
is it Donny Hathaway this Christmas?
Yes.
Is it Chris Brown this Christmas?
Is there another version?
I'm asking. Asking for
Hathaway all day.
Please don't drag me, y'all, because I was not trying to be funny. Chris Brown could sing though. I mean, so if he does have a version, I'm sure I would like it. But it's Donnie. Yeah.
Why there's a meme. I haven't seen it yet this Christmas, but with the meme that says black people's silent night starts with in my mind.
In my mind.
I know that's right.
Yeah, that's you
like there was another way to sing that song.
Right. And as I said years ago, and I still stand by that statement, the night didn't get silent until the Temptations started singing about it.
Pretty much.
Listen.
Pretty much.
It was a pretty loud night.
What's your favorite Christmas song?
Right now, I'm kind of in a traditional type of mood with the Christmas songs. So I would have to say, and people laugh at me all the time, but that's okay. This Oh Holy Night sang by Josh Groban. Now listen, hear me out.
Yo, that's a good
version. That is a good version.
Hear me out. Let me tell you about Joshua. Okay. That young man sings that song from his soul. I'm like, wait a minute. Joshua, hold on. Let me find out you've been taking lessons at a black church. Just let me find
So because it's the fall on your knees for me. And that's
my God.
Does he hit it like
it's the hitting that Noel at the end?
Right.
Wait a minute. Joshua DeAndre Groban? Like
not DeAndre.
Yes. So that's what I've been on lately.
I am so torn between so I know this is crazy, but I've discovered what Christmas means to me. I know it's not because Stevie Wonder sang it, but Fantasia sings it on the Best Man Holiday soundtrack. And I like that version. So I've been I've been playing that. And of course, someday at Christmas, I like any Christmas hymn. So like
Christmas hymn, Shani.
Like, your Silent Night, your Old Holy Night.
Okay. Sometimes, the technical words, I'm not there. I make sure I'm with you.
Your traditional standards.
Gotcha.
Also, there's a song that I don't hear a lot. I didn't know until recently that Ray Charles sang it. It's a song about like, why can't it be Christmas all the time? Something like that.
I feel like I know what you're talking about.
I Google it.
But it's slower. It's got this like almost groove to it that I absolutely love. I really like that song. Definitely like that one. I gotta find it. If I find it, I'll send it to you, Shani.
And then James Brown, Santa Claus goes straight to the ghetto.
Listen.
I never heard that one.
Ghetto kids need Santa Claus
too.
You
never heard that one?
I don't think so.
Oh, snap.
I feel like I would know that if I heard a James Brown Christmas song.
Yes.
Because it's like his voice. I think I would know that.
True.
What does that sound like?
You want me to play it? If I go get in trouble for playing it, I don't want to have to pay them. I got to pay the estate.
That's funny.
I don't know.
No royalty payments over here.
Not over here.
Maybe don't play it.
I will just give you a little. I'll give you a little taste.
All right.
We do not own the rights.
Johnny about to risk it all, Lord Jesus.
I'm about to risk it all. Here we go. Here you go.
There has been no currency exchange in the playing of this song.
Santa Claus goes straight to the ghetto.
I've never heard that.
Go straight to the ghetto. Santa Claus.
I've never heard that one. Okay.
Yeah, it's called James Brown Funky Christmas.
Funky Christmas.
Yeah.
I got one more I just found while I was looking for this other Christmas song. It is Dolly Parton and Michael Bublé.
Ooh.
Ooh,
I
what a
want
combo. What is it?
Cozy Up.
Ah,
See, now I have to find it.
yes. I like me some Dolly. You know, Dolly.
Listen, Dolly is
Dolly
People be
is
sleeping
invited.
on Dolly. I'm not really
Look
sure
out.
why. Or
Huh?
people sleep on Dolly. I don't know
They really
why
do.
or how.
Ooh. Honey, she is a boss. I went to Pigeon Forge for a vacation.
Uh-huh.
Dolly owns half the city.
Okay. This
She
is what
got
I've been trying to
resorts
tell her.
and companies that she buys stakes in, and she runs half the city.
I know that's
And
right.
that's a huge tourist attraction. Like right in the Smoky Mountains, that's a huge tourist attraction. And I'm like, but let me find out Dolly a baller.
Yeah, she got old money.
Yeah.
And money and long money and
Yeah.
permanent money, forever money.
Forever money.
Forever money. Right. It's called Cuddle Up and Cozy Down. Cuddle Up and
Cuddle up
Cozy
and
Down
cozy
Christmas.
down. All right.
Yeah. And
It's
you know,
been
Michael Bublé
great.
come here with the crooning.
Kezia, where can people get your books? How can they reach you? They want to hire you as a coach. Let's
Wow.
go. Like
Fine. So many places to send them. All right. If you are interested in coaching, I do have some slots open right now. If you're interested in coaching, you can go to bit.ly, like bit.ly/empower your power.
Okay.
bit.ly/empower your power. That'll take you to a form to fill out, and you'll hear from me within 24 hours, and we could talk about your writing journey and how we can move forward. Also, I'm on social medias. You can follow me on Instagram as Hey There Kezia. Spelled traditionally, except Kezia is not a very traditional name, so that's Kezia. Hey There Kezia. On Facebook, it's Kezia A.S. That's me. What else? Native Tongue, I think I gave you that website already, ntvtng.co. And yeah, that's how you can get in contact with me. I'm pretty easy to get in touch with. I would love to hear from some people. Let me know what you got in mind. Yeah.
awesome. And you're gonna close us out with a spoken word piece?
Yes, ma'am.
Before you do that, because I really want your words to be the last final words. Mika Fresh, thank you for coming on tonight. Kezia, thank you for coming on.
Absolutely.
Those that are listening, thank you for listening. Those that will listen to the replay, thank you so much. We got one show left. The Sharing with Shani Show highlights ordinary people working for extraordinary God, sharing love, light, and life. Next week, we have Dr. Oliver T. Reed. You are the solution is the topic. That's how we're going to close out 2020. Thank you. God bless you and peace. You could go to Sharing with Shani or ShaniMcElwain.com to become a guest on the show. We're open. January is booked, y'all. People not playing. People not sleeping on the show. So, come in on Black History Month with some knowledge. And I think the first show you can get in is February, but we'd love to hear from you. And we thank you. And so the next voice you'll hear is spoken word phenom, Kezia.
So this poem is called Skin You Grace. I love the color of my skin. Now, I know I've already started, but let me begin by saying that this has nothing to do with power, panthers, presidents, or anything else that's Black. In fact, has more to do with the slack I'm having to pick up from the lack of holding my chin up. Been up and down, back and forth with the figure in the mirror, attempting to configure her worth. Played first fiddle but second string to my own lack of self-esteem. Confidence was just a dream, and no wonder. In retrospect, I recollect being made subject to an elementary remnant of a paper bag test. Yes, that's right. Third grade schoolyard by the monkey bars. Two arms, hold yours up to mine. Let's see who's dark. You are, girl. But what did it prove? Nothing. Just a deeper chasm in my already shattered self-image. Self-grimaced at the thought of being any further set apart from my immature counterparts, taking their taunts as gospel, building as many walls as possible, just to deliberate on how to disable the ability of their darts to penetrate. But now, honey, I'm embracing this melanin like I just bought it with my very last $1.07, or like it's heaven sent. Check the relevance. God, most reverend, reached down from heaven and grabbed a handful of earth, and with that dirt formed the rest of us. And if God makes no preference, best believe that's all the evidence I need. And I've been reaching toward confidence ever since. These mocha, mahogany, milk chocolate rivers of God's own ink flow over this fearfully and wonderfully made body. And I think it's funny that scientists think that they're on the brink of being able to bottle it. So now my motto is embrace the skin you grace. It was traced and placed on your frame with an amount of care so great that the hue is yours exclusively. We never needed the month of January to end to indicate just how beautifully our Black graces the palette of Earth's faces so dutifully. So if while running the race you discover a decline in pace and find some space to sit back and recline the taste while everyone and no one's looking, find your face and embrace the skin you grace.
Amen.
Yes.
Thank you.
All that. All that.
Thank you.
Amen. 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 Thank you so much, y'all. Peace.